What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You're watching Buchanan Motorsports. Today, 2007 GMC Sierra Classic behind me. We've got a little rough, kind of crunchy feeling in the steering wheel caused by a bad bearing in the lower steering shaft. We're getting rid of that with a product from Wolff Engineering. This is their bearing kit. It is a nice piece. If you have not researched these, it gets rid of the old plastic garbage, the little kind of greenish colored plastic bearing at the very end of the steering shaft. And this puts in a nice machined bearing. So I'm gonna crack this box open. I'm gonna kind of walk you through how we're gonna do this, and we're gonna get this thing upgraded and fixed for good. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys interacting with us. If you ain't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, smash that like button. Let's get into it. All right, guys, I got you set up here on the tailgate real quick. This is, again, Wolff Engineering out of Needville, Texas, just outside of Houston, Texas. This is their lower steering column bearing kit. This is the bearing kit for the steering columns that do not have the sensor housing on it. And this is for the 99 to 2007 GMT 800 or GMC Sierra, Yukon, Silverado, Tahoe, all that kind of good stuff. Part number is GM109SS. If you're looking for a cheap solution, this is probably not going to be the best option for you. If you're looking for a permanent solution and a solution that is going to be a one and done type of situation where you don't ever have to worry about it again, this is going to be the product you're looking for. I did include the packing slip here so that you can see what we got going on. I'm going to pull this out. This is how it comes. It comes in the packaging. We're going to just take a quick look at this. So this is a machine bearing. It's got two O-rings there. This is going to go up in the steering shaft. In the column right here, this is to be your steering shaft is actually going to come out right here. And you have 4 set screws on the outside. Hopefully you can see that. Man, this thing is smooth. It is nice. Again, this replaces the little plastic garbage that GM put in there that can cause all kinds of steering, like crunchy, kind of rough steering, cause a little bit of a knock. That is going to take care of that problem for us. It comes with an extra O-ring, and it comes with a Allen wrench, so you can set this set the set screws onto the shaft itself. So, you know, like I said, a very nice piece, not cheap, but we are going to do this one time, and we're not going to do this again. So let me open these instructions up. I'll kind of give you a quick rundown what they have us doing, how we're going to do this, and then we'll jump into the installation. Just quick looking through this. This is going to be pretty straightforward, not that big a deal. There are a couple optional items that they do suggest. That one being Loctite 222, or the purple, to go on the set screws. Again, optional. They do want you to use a little bit of white lithium grease or petroleum jelly to lubricate these O-rings before it goes in the steering shaft. They do include in their instructions the one for the sensor. If you have the steering sensor on your particular application, they include that. And there's a special note for the SUV installation as well. So pretty straightforward. I know just from the other day I did the heater core replacement in this truck. So the steering shaft disconnection point is a 15mm bolt and a 13mm nut on the back side of that. I'll get you in the truck. We'll get our tools together real quick. We'll jump in there. We'll get that disconnected. We'll get those two, the shaft and the intermediate shaft separated. That should give us access to get the old plastic bearing out and start working this new, really nice bearing into place. So let's jump into that. Okay, guys, we're in the truck. We've got the steering wheel turned 90 degrees to the left. That allows us to get our bolt that normally sits horizontally, like I was talking about earlier, to sit vertically, and allows us to get the 13mm socket on the stud itself and a 15mm on the nut. And I think I may have told you that wrong just a minute ago, but it is a 13 on the bolt, 15mm backup on the nut on the top side. So let's take you under here real quick. show you exactly what we're trying to do. Hopefully this turns out, camera lighting's okay. All right, so we're trying to get to this nut right here. Or excuse me, this bolt. The nut's on the back side. And we're gonna get our tools in here. We're gonna zip that out of there, and then this knuckle and this shaft right here will separate. They'll come apart. You just kind of push them back and forth, and they'll separate pretty easily. Now, ultimately, we're trying to get rid of that green-looking plastic piece. That is the plastic bearing that GM put in on the end of the steering shaft, or steering column, excuse me. And that is part of our problem here. So we are going to replace that with that nice Wolff Engineering piece. And we're not going to have to worry about this again. So let me get my tools. Let me get that bolt out of there. I'll bring you back in just a minute. All right, sorry guys. This is hopefully this is not blurry. This is kind of challenging based on where the location of this is. But literally, we just undid the bolts. This should slide right out. Okay, now that is disconnected. Our steering will turn back to straight. We're going to try to work this bearing out. I may have to go get a little pry bar. We'll work this bearing off the end of this shaft, and then we will get the inside of the shaft cleaned up to, I believe it's like 1.5 inches is what they're looking for, up into here, so that we can get that ready to accept the new bearing. As you can see right there, it just fell apart. So yeah, lovely engineering, good old plastic. It does have metal bearings in it, but it's all plastic housing. So that's complete garbage. We're ditching that. There's your bearings. And that's the last piece we got to get out of there. All right, so this is what we're getting rid of. We're getting rid of these, all this junk. This is all plastic. The truck did just roll 234,000 miles right before I did this video. So right now it's got 234,002. So that lasted 234,000 miles, but yeah, she's done. It's time to upgrade this thing. We're gonna keep this truck for a while, so there's no reason not to do it right. You can go down and get these replacements from O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Amazon. I think I've seen them anywhere from the $15 to $30 range, something like that. Depends on what you're looking for. GM replacement, factory replacement may be a hair more, but we're going above and beyond what they ever did. So it's what they should have done a long time ago when they designed all this, but here we are. Okay guys, we got the O-rings lubed up. We've got the set screws backed out just a little bit so that we have a clear path through there. We won't get hung up on those when we're installing this. Let me see if I can get you in a decent position here. All right, this is gonna go up in here just like this. We're gonna have to get it in position on the back side, and we'll slide that over that steering shaft and then up into the column. And then we will rotate the steering wheel around to set our set screws. This part right here can be a little bit tight. Just make sure you got plenty of lubrication on it. It should help go up in there. I've got one O-ring in. Okay guys, I got it all the way up in there. And what I did was probably not the best thing, but it did not take much force. I had it I don't know, 90% of the way up in there just by hand. But I did take my little pry bar and I went like, I pivoted off this right here, and it just popped straight up in there. It was really easy. So be very careful when you pry against anything. That's a calculated risk. Again, as far as I had it up in there, it probably wasn't going to go anywhere. But anyway, we got it all the way. All right, while we got this shaft loose, I'm going to rotate the steering column around, and we're going to set the set screws. I did go grab a T-handle. It looks like it's a 3/32. That's what it seems to be matching up. I should have matched that up before I put the bearing in there. I'll let you know if anything changes, but we're going to go ahead and set these set screws, and then we're going to get that steering shaft reconnected so that we can get the bolt back in it, tighten it back up, and this project will be done. Okay, guys, I've got the my T-handle up in here. I've got the steering wheel turned 90 degrees to the right at this particular point. I'm setting the last set screw. If you kind of come in here from the passenger side towards the driver's side, you can get this pretty easily. You come up in here. Sorry, I'm going to block the camera for just a second. Set that set screw. Oops, sorry about that. Work that back out, and as you can see, as I rotate this back around, hopefully you can see that the set screws are easy to get to. So all I did was rotate them around to where I could get them, lock them down, and we are ready to go back with the steering shaft. Mate that back up with the intermediate shaft. So let's do that real quick. Hopefully that turned out for you. This is a very tight little spot to get into, especially for filming. So hopefully I got that for you. Okay, guys, the last little bit of installation on this is getting the steering shaft mated up with the intermediate shaft. Again, the intermediate shaft is going to be rotated 90 degrees from where its original position is. So we need to rotate the steering wheel 90 degrees to the left to make sure that we're all good to go. We're going to get this back up in here. Should slide up in here fairly easy if I can get my hands in the right positions. Easier said than done. All right, that is through. Now we're going to get our bolt and our nut. Fish back up in here. Again, 13mm stud. Push that through. And a 15mm nut on the back side. All right, we're gonna get that locked down, and that's that. All right, guys, that portion of it's complete. All right, let's take a look at our completed installation. As you can see, the bearing is up in there nice and tight. We've got our set screws taken care of. The intermediate shaft is now connected to the column shaft, and that's all good and tight as well. Next thing we're gonna do is fire the truck up. We're gonna rotate that steering wheel around a little bit and just see if we can feel a difference. Just based off what I was doing when I was turning the shaft to set the set screws. We've got a good product on our hands. So yeah, let me do that. Then we'll hit a quick recap on this, and we're gonna wrap this up. All right, let's fire this thing up, get the power steering engaged, and let's feel how this is gonna work for us. Oh, I can already tell it doesn't feel crunchy. So before, when I would turn the steering wheel, it had like a little bit of it wasn't super bad, but you could tell them bearings were just getting old, dry or whatever, but it had like a kind of a crunchy, a very light crunchy feel, let's just say that. And now, just from sitting here, I'll do a little bit better verification on that when I drive. But for right now, that already feels a ton better. So again, 234,002 miles, still getting fresh parts. We are constantly upgrading this truck. and making it a little bit better day by day. All right, guys, here's a quick recap of what we used to do this project. Small pry bar, flathead screwdriver, 13mm deep socket, which you can use a regular socket. I just grabbed a deep one. 6-inch extension, our DeWalt drill, box end wrench, and this is the 3/32 provided wrench by Wolff Engineering. And I went ahead and used a T-handle because it was a little easier to get some more torque on. But that's all you're going to need. It took us about 20-25 minutes to do this. You can probably double the time when you start filming something. I can promise you that. It takes a lot longer than you think. Anyway, we got this done. We're happy with the product. This is not a sponsored video. We don't have any sponsors on this channel. We're not big enough yet. But when I do believe in a product and something is good quality, I'm going to throw it out there so that everybody can jump in on it and not get robbed with some other knockoffs. So appreciate Wolff Engineering for coming out with this bearing kit. We're gonna put it to use. We got another 200 and something thousand miles to put on this one. So anyway, if you're liking what we're doing, guys, hit the subscribe, like the video, give us a comment. Join us for this journey we're on. It's not just the 2007, although we got a lot of content on it. It's an older truck, so that's just kind of the way it is. You always got a little something to do. But we also do stuff with the F350 here. So anyway, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. You're watching Buchanan Motorsports. We're going to catch you on the next one.